Hello there, friends. I forgot for a second that I had my headset plugged in. So I was like, wait, I can't hear anything. Anyway, okay. Hi, friends. Welcome to the moon video. I am here to share the energies of the upcoming Scorpio full moon, which is happening on 24th. Oh my gosh, sorry guys, my brain. Let me look at my calendar really quick. It's either the 23rd or 24th of April. It is the 23rd. It's the 23rd of April that we have the full moon in Scorpio. And if you're feeling like really tired, like really tired, exhausted to the point of even being exhausted by your own exhaustion, congratulations. You're definitely feeling the energies of this Scorpio full moon. And if you're feeling you're just ready to surrender, to just kind of not give up, but give it off, right? Like to kind of just let go of some of the heaviness that's been creating this sense of exhaustion. Congratulations, you're totally feeling the energies of this full moon in Scorpio. So when I felt it intuitively and worked on the moon message for this particular moon, the theme that came through was surrender your drama. Surrender your drama. There really is a big theme with this particular full moon of kind of like aligned conscious rest, like really taking a moment and kind of like pulling back and being like, wait a second. Because I know right now life feels like it is on like full speed. Things are happening fast, time is moving quickly, and there's just a lot that's on us. If there's a sense of urgency around most of us, I know I feel it as well. And with that, within the body, at least this is what I've been feeling. And again, I'm going to tell you a little bit more. I mean, things have been a little exhausting for me recently, and I'm going to talk about that at the end of this video. But there's this like urgency that we're feeling in the collective that is really creating a lot of density for most of us. And we're feeling really, really exhausted. Now, I actually have been noticing that there's a really positive side to this exhaustion. And that is because it's kind of like urging us to come back to earth. It's urging us to what I call go to the ground, to plant ourselves, which is actually absolutely perfect for Taurus season, which we are in officially now. Today is the 19th of April. So I believe Taurus season starts today. The sun moves into Taurus today. So we're having this real like earthy energy and this desire to kind of come back to the earth. And so this sense of exhaustion is actually asking us to like ground ourselves, really truly to ground ourselves and to kind of feel into that Tauresian energy, come back to earth, come back to our relationship with earth and with nature, which, as you all know, I am all about. And if you guys are looking for some more opportunities to ground yourself, to connect with earth, to feel like you're able to kind of plant yourself and come back to your relationship with earth, hold on one second. I've got you, friends. I've got you. With my new book, Self-Care for Eco-Anxiety. This book is out right now wherever books are sold. 52 nature-based self-care practices for positive personal change through the power of nature right here. I'll link to it below. And of course, I also have my other book, Everyday Plant Magic, which also connects you with the magic of nature in lots of fun ritualistic ways. So if you're looking for some inspiration for how to reconnect with nature during Taurus season, just know I got you. I got you, friends. So I'll link those in the notes below. But let's get back to the Scorpio full moon. So again, surrender your drama. Allow yourself to be exhausted. Go to earth, ground yourself, let yourself rest consciously, intentionally. This is actually what this Scorpio full moon is wanting for us to do. Now, Scorpio, Scorpio is the fixed water sign, and Scorpio is all about the depths. Scorpio doesn't like to splash around in the shallow end. Scorpio's like, no, 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 we're diving into the deep end and we're just going all the way in. Scorpio is intuitive. Scorpio is dramatic. Scorpio is very empathetic, empathic, and intuitive. Scorpio is very feeling. Scorpio is very creative. Scorpio is really fun. I mean, I've got a little Scorpio, so maybe I'm biased. My youngest is a Scorpio. I've also had lots of Scorpio best friends, and I find Scorpio energy to be so much fun. Scorpio is also the energy of the taboo, like the things that the things that are hidden, the things that we hide deep, deep in our shadows. Scorpio is like, let's just go right there, right to those depths. Scorpio is often known as the sign that is a sign about transformation, about death and rebirth, a sign about sexuality and the taboo, like I mentioned before, things we don't want to talk about, but that we actually kind of really do want to talk about, but society says like, shh, don't talk about that. But we actually really do want to talk about it. And Scorpio's like, no, we're going to go there. We're going to talk about it. And I love that about Scorpio, honestly. On the shadow side, Scorpio, with all that drama, with all that deep, deep, deep feeling, Scorpio can get a bit overly dramatic, and can also get a little bit like addicted to the drama, especially when it's not their own, like other people's drama, right? Like they can get really enmeshed in other people's drama and gain a lot of like, I don't know, joy, I guess. I think about like gossipy energy and how sometimes that makes people feel good to be in that energy. Like that can be very a Scorpio on the shadow side. Scorpio also can be kind of boundaryless sometimes on the shadow side, like not respecting their own boundaries, not always respecting other people's boundaries. So that's something to watch out for, and can be really stubborn and resistant. And that's just fixed energy. Like any fixed sign, we're going to have a level of like stubbornness and resistance because they're fixed. That's their energy. It's like, this is how it is. We're going to hold this line, right? Hold this energy, fix it right here. Um, and then with Scorpio also, they can do a little bit of that like stinging outward. If you think about Scorpio, they're represented by the scorpion. That's what the actual constellation looks like for Scorpio. And when we think about the scorpions, what do scorpions do when they're feeling vulnerable, afraid, cornered, or even when they're like hunting, right? Like they sting, they lash out with that barb on the end of their tail and they sting. And that can be part of the shadow side of Scorpio as well, that when they're feeling hurt, cornered, afraid, vulnerable, that they're going to lash out. So with this particular full moon, we might notice that we're feeling a bit more emotional. We might notice, I mean, it's Scorpio. It's a fixed water sign. Moons, we know this, friends. We've been here many times, right? We know that full moons illuminate and help us let go. The illumination is the feeling of the feelings because the moon represents our emotional selves. So the illumination of the full moon is us feeling things, like literally feeling emotions we've been suppressing, repressing, if we've been doing those things. We might have been feeling it all along, and it might just be that it's heightened around a full moon. But that's the illumination. And then the release, the let go, is how we choose to process, how we choose to move through those emotions. That's actually the let go. So with the Scorpio full moon, like if you feel yourself kind of diving into the depths of your own emotional self, instead of denying it, instead of repressing it, instead of distracting yourself from it, what if you let yourself actually dive in? What if you let yourself be with those uncomfortable emotions, move them through your body and see what comes out on the other side? That's what this Scorpio full moon is really calling for us. And that's what it means to actually surrender your drama. It's not about trying to throw it away. It's about surrendering into it. What does it want you to know, right? Like let yourself lean into it for a little bit and move with it. Now, of course, the challenge for all of us is to not get stuck there. And one thing that's really cool about the Scorpio full moon with the Taurasian energy of Taurus season is that when we allow ourselves to actually move emotions through our body and stay present within our own bodies for that experience, it's much less likely that we're going to get stuck in the energy of that emotion, because the stuckness of feeling a certain way is coming from the stories that our brain is telling us around that particular emotion. It's not the emotion itself that's keeping it stuck, it's the stories that our brain is telling us about it. So if we can actually get out of our heads and be with the emotion itself as a sensation in our body and move with that sensation as a way to process it, then we won't get stuck. We actually move with the energy of the emotion. And I don't know who started this particular phrase. I see it everywhere and I really agree with it. I'm sorry I don't have someone who I can credit for this or source for it, but emotions equal energy, in motion. Emotion, energy in motion. That's what emotions actually are. Energies that want to be in motion. So with this Scorpio full moon, with this watery element of Scorpio, and paired with the sun in Taurus, Taurus is our bodies, earth, our physical life, our physical self, we can actually have this nice pairing of energies that help us stay in our body. So this Scorpio full moon is a beautiful time to let yourself feel what you need to feel from the perspective of your own body, to let yourself feel it within your body, not just think about it, not just ruminate on it, not just talk about it, but let yourself truly feel it. And there's lots of different ways of doing that. One of my favorite ways to do that is through dance and through music, like putting on a song that allows me to actually feel an emotion that wants to come up, whether that is, sorrow, grief, anger, frustration, confusion, and just let my body like move to that song. That helps me so much. So that's my favorite way to do it. So that's some of the energy of this full moon. What are some ways you can work on letting yourself feel what you need to feel and moving through it? And also conscious rest, giving yourself opportunities to rest. I know that I am completely exhausted around this full moon, and I'm going to speak a little bit more to that. Now, I am creating this video on Friday, the 19th of April. I just wanted to mention briefly a really cool astrological transit that's happening tomorrow, the 20th of April, and that is the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. Now, this isn't a moon transit, so it's not like really my area of expertise, but I just wanted to mention it because it's a big deal and people are talking about it. So Jupiter and Uranus conjunct each other, which means they like kind of like meet each other, like right on top of each other. I mean, they're not because they're far away from each other in space, but that's what it looks like to us on Earth. Like every 14 years or so, they conjoin, but them conjoining in Taurus happens very rarely, very rarely. In fact, I think this won't happen again until sometime in like 2100. So it won't happen again within our lifetime. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of luck. Uranus is the planet of sudden change and disruption and innovation. And Taurus, as we mentioned before, is the zodiac sign of physical life, of earth, of money, finances, agriculture, farming, like earthly things, our physicalness here in the world. And this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is known as like an astrological beneficial day. It's known as a day that's going to be wonderful for manifestation because, again, Taurus is really good for manifestation because it's all about bringing things into the physical world. Jupiter is about expanding things, good luck, and Uranus is about change. And we know we need change on this world. Now, one thing to keep in mind is with Uranus, it's like sudden change. It's disruptive change. So things that might come through on the 20th might not feel so positive in the moment when it's happening. But the changes that come through on this day, kind of like changes that happen through eclipses, are fated. They are part of the universe's communication with us. So trusting the change that's going to come. Now, one thing to keep note of with Jupiter is that Jupiter is going to expand things. It doesn't just expand good things and like avoid expanding bad things. Jupiter just expands. So it's on us to decide what do we want this expansion to be towards something that feels more positive, more beneficial to us all, or do we want to focus our energy and attention on things that maybe feel more problem or like not as beneficial? That's a choice on us, right? So something to keep in mind. I hear a lot of content around manifesting on the 20th. And yeah, if you like to manifest and work on active manifestation, it is a great day to do that. What I'm picking up intuitively for this day is similar to what I'm picking up for the Scorpio full moon, which is like, let yourself rest. Resting is a big part of manifestation for this day. And then really allow yourself to, on this day itself, really allow yourself to take part in activities that make you feel expansive. To me, that feels like the best way to manifest with this particular energy. It's not to get super controlling and like, yes, if you love doing that and getting like really into it and visioning what you want to do, go for it. But what I'm feeling, and this is again maybe just for my energy and where I'm at, is more about like just doing things that make you feel expanded, that make you feel joyful, that make you feel like life is fun. Like really, that's what I'm getting for how to manifest with this energy of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Go have some fun. Go make some joy. That's what it is. And on that note, I am going to hop off in a moment here, but I just wanted to let you all know I'm going to be taking a break from my moon content for at least a month. I am depleted at the moment. I'm really exhausted. I just launched my third book. And this third book is coming on the heels of my second book. So I really haven't had rest between writing the second book and launching the second book and then writing the third book and then launching the third book. And I'm just really honestly very, very tired. And I've been getting the intuitive hit for months now to slow down, to do a little bit less. And I haven't been heeding that because I've had a lot of commitments and just wanted to get through a lot of this. And now I'm at the point where I just really need to take a break. So I'm going to be off the moon content, the moon blog, the moon videos for the next moon cycle at least. I'm going to feel in and see how I'm feeling after a month off. I do know that I am restructuring my moon content and how I share it and what I want to offer. So I'm going to spend some time over the next month allowing that to kind of germinate as well. I want to thank you all so much for being here with me. I am coming back. I will be back, but I just need a break. I need some rest. And again, the message around this particular moon is around the power of rest, the trusting in our rest. And so I am going to take that to heart and I am going to embody that. And so I will see you guys in a few weeks. I don't really know yet when it will be, but at least 1 month off for me. I hope you have a beautiful full moon in Scorpio and beautiful lunations after that. And I will return. I will return soon with more moon messages. But for right here and now, I need some more rest. Sending you all so much love, and I'll see you soon. Oh, and also, if you want to get in touch with me while I'm gone, you can find everything in the notes below, including access to my books, my website, ways to work with me, all that great stuff. So go down there. Thank you so much for being here, friends, and I'll see you soon.